Hello and welcome back to the Opening Kickoff, your new favorite show to watch every single week before the NFL week gets started. We are now entering the playoffs.
And entering split screen mode. See, we won't be split screen in the beginning. We can be split screen then. So, guys, from now on, we're split screen. Suck it. It'll take us 5 minutes to edit.
Yeah, maybe if the views ever go up, we'll go back to the try-hard editing. It's all up to y'all. But we're going into playoffs, so we only have a few weeks left, so make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode every Thursday at noon. Sad playoffs are here, but I'm also excited playoffs are here.
I'm so excited. I'm like, I can't even be sad right now because I'm so excited. But God.
I think I'm more nervous than excited.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
But
and y'all's is the last game. Is that enjoyable or not enjoyable?
I kind of like it being the last game because if we were like the first game and say we lost, then I'm watching all the rest of the games depressed. You know, at least I just get to enjoy playoff football before stressing over my team.
Yeah. And then if you're first, you win. You're like, fuck yeah, let's go enjoy watching playoffs. That sucks. Well, last week I had a rough week. Went 8-8. I'm now 160-2 total, which is still an insane record. Like,
160 and what?
And 102. And then you are 171-91, which is pretty good.
Oh, by 11.
And you
games.
were 11-5.
Going up 11 games going into playoffs is crazy.
Yeah, I'm fucked pretty much. But and we announced Super Bowl is worth 3 points.
Super Bowl can be worth 3 points.
Panthers Falcons we both got wrong.
That was a pretty good game. Hey, all the shitting at Bryce Young. Dude, come on. All the shitting on Bryce Young at the beginning of the season is starting to bite me. I don't know. He's better than I thought.
Dude, he's their guy. You didn't think he was their guy. He's their guy next.
He might be the guy, but I still don't see like him ever being some dominant top 10 quarterback.
Being top 10 is hard.
I agree.
Like, think about people.
But he was a number 1 overall.
A lot of people don't put Baker top 10 and think about how dominant he's been this season.
I know, but also think about what the Panthers gave up to get Bryce Young.
True.
You still have to factor that in. If he's not a top 10, it's technically somewhat of a failure.
They're caught up now, but apparently they're going all in on a wide receiver 1 this offseason.
T. Higgins?
They're going to get T. Higgins, or what's the other guy that everybody wants?
Tyreek's a free agent now. Or not a free agent, but he wants out.
Tyreek wouldn't go. I think Tyreek to the Bucs would be interesting. He has Baker as a top 5 quarterback. We just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you already have 2 receivers. I doubt it.
We're not a team who makes trades like that.
Yeah.
But Jaguars Colts, I got wrong, dude. I got every Jaguars game wrong this year.
Yeah,
if I get half of them right, we're close going to the playoffs.
Yeah, you should not have switched your pick.
But my reasoning kind of was real.
I guess.
Commanders Cowboys, that game was bullshit. I thought I had it in the bag.
Yeah, I mean,
Mariota?
I was scared I was going to lose the fantasy Super Bowl to you because Jaden Daniels came out, but Mariota balled not too crazy. And they listened to me and started Trey Lance. Whoa, that voice crack was crazy, but I think they saw that they don't really have much with him there.
Yeah, he's ass.
Didn't really put much on tape. I mean, he didn't just put much on tape in the preseason.
They traded like 2 first-round picks for him, the 49ers.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it might have been 3.
That's crazy.
And the Cowboys got him for a 5th-round pick.
He never had a fair chance necessarily.
Yeah, but
he sucks.
He's not playing good.
Packers, we both got wrong.
Dude, hey, shout out to the Bears for finishing the season strong to beating the Packers. You know, Malik Willis was in the game, but hey, you still beat your rival that you lost to a blocked field goal last time you played them. So I'm glad they got their get back.
No, that was cool. Bills Patriots, I got wrong. That was crazy. Like that was so dumb.
Joe Milton was balling.
See, but everybody's like a bunch of Patriots fans. Dude, Bino, one of my buddies, Bino, who works with Forever, literally fucking said, "Yeah, we need to start." Fucking Joe Milton.
That's
and I'm
true.
like, dude, Drake May is the guy. He's like,
but I'm glad
he said he wanted Shador at 1.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane. But I'm happy that Milton got to go out and ball. And
but he's not the guy.
He's not the guy. But
he's playing against
he could be their backup,
strings.
and if he gets to go in and do that ever again, you know, he could go play somewhere eventually.
Your text was so funny. You're like, I can't. You're like, I really picked the Patriots, and they started Joe Milton. And then 2 seconds later, never mind, he ran a touchdown and did a backflip.
Exactly. The second that happened, I knew it was over.
I'm fucked. 49ers Cardinals. It was close for a long time, then the Cardinals ran.
Yeah, so I said the 49ers on the episode. You shouldn't have ever texted me that Purdy was out because I would have just stuck 49ers. But he texted me that Purdy was out and asked if I wanted to switch. I said I was going to switch.
I should have said, hey, I want to switch. I changed my mind. I want to switch to the Cardinals and didn't tell you Purdy was out.
Exactly. But not only did you not do that, you stuck with the 49ers. That's twice this year that Purdy's been out and you decided to stick with the Niners and got bit in the ass.
Proves he's not a system quarterback.
Well, I don't think so because even Purdy hasn't been playing that good in the system this year. So
true. Dolphins, Jets. Shout out Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
No, I hate that you're on the fuck Aaron Rodgers train. He's a top 5 quarterback of all time.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean he's good anymore.
I hope he's
out of his prime.
Minnesota is a big rumor going around.
We're not getting Aaron Rodgers.
Hey,
We're literally not. We're either going to have Sam Darnold, J.J. McCarthy next year. That's.
How pissed would you be if y'all got Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, I don't think I'd be
It's
pissed.
a Brett Favre route.
It's more just
he went to the Jets.
But Brett Favre was still good. That's my thing.
No, Brett Favre had his worst season on the Jets.
I know.
He threw 23 interceptions that season. Tell me that's good.
I'm just saying, I don't want Aaron
He was not still good.
Aaron Rodgers is a cancer to coaching rooms. We have one of the best coaches in the league.
I don't think he'd be a cancer. I don't think you could cancer.
He was a cancer to Matt LaFleur, one of the best offensive coaches in the league, just like Kevin O'Connell.
No, I think that's a little differently. You are right. He was a little bit, but it's a little different. You will agree this because LaFleur stepped into Rodgers' territory, not Rodgers stepping into O'Connell's territory.
Yeah, but Rodgers also stepped into the Jets territory and got Robert Saleh fired. So
true. Yeah, I think he's probably gonna retire. Dude, I want him to do one more year.
I don't necessarily
want him to retire, happy would you be if he did do one more year and made a playoff run?
No, I think that'd be cool. I'm saying I hope he plays another year and does good, but I don't want him on my team.
Fair. That'd be so funny, especially too because Brett Favre did, and he so far did the exact Brett Favre route.
I remember I did a Madden franchise one time, and like 10 years in the future, Jordan Love went to the Jets, and I thought it was really funny.
That is fucking hilarious.
That'd be sick if Jordan Love, after he was done, went to the Jets.
Yeah, he has to.
Yeah, future Jets quarterback.
And then Vikings, Lions.
That was
Sam Darnold. When we talked about it, I said he looked like a deer in headlights.
That was the worst night of my life.
Okay,
see,
if that's the worst night of your life, you
like not
only
life. Did we lose, like we actually played terrible. Like defense played really good in the first.
And Jacob beat you in fantasy.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Defense played really good in the first half. Only allowing 10 points in the first half from the Lions is great. They really should have only had 7, but our kicker decided to kick it out of bounds and give them the ball at the 40. Sam Darnold overthrew Jay Jettis on 3 touchdowns. One of them Jay Jettis could have caught, but the other 2 are just throws you have to make. He was missing throws left and right. Cam Akers got like a 60-yard run to get us to the 5-yard line. We got no points off of it. We got a pick to get on the goal line. I think we got a field goal from it. We got a free pick from Jared Goff throwing up a haymaker and got nothing from it. Like, there were just so many opportunities that we were given, and we didn't capitalize on a single one of them.
Jared Goff didn't live up to the opportunity of that game either.
No, Jared Goff didn't really play good at all. It was all Jahmyr Gibbs.
I can't believe y'all lost. That's how you beat the Lions. How y'all played their offense, that's how you beat the Lions. If y'all's offense halfway shows up, y'all win by 10 points.
I know.
That's why it sucks. It's not like it was a shootout and y'all lost and you're like, fuck. It's like, we fucking should have won that. Y'all should have won that.
No, we were given every opportunity and didn't do it. And not only that, I had a fantasy Super Bowl that I had a 99% chance to win against Jahmyr Gibbs. I had Amon-Ra, Jared Goff, and Jake Bates. And the only player that did anything the whole game, of course, was Jahmyr Gibbs, who's on the other team, and I ended up losing the Super Bowl by 1 point.
And it was to Jacob, who wore the Deshaun Watson backwards jersey, and his team name is Deshaun Watson's legal team. And he benched a tight end 2 weeks and beat you. But you beat me in fantasy in the Super Bowl, so I don't feel bad for you at all. For the Vikings game, I feel bad, but for that Super Bowl, I don't feel bad.
Because I was watching the game with Zach.
Because I got fucked in our Super Bowl.
I was watching the game with Zach, and Jahmyr Gibbs scored a touchdown. I was like, Zach, I can't watch anymore. I'm turning this shit off. And I just thought in my head, I was like, I'm probably good, but I should check fantasy real quick just to make sure because I know Jacob has Jahmyr Gibbs. I look, and I'm losing by 1 point, and I still have players in the game. And I'm more mad that I had to turn the game back on just to see if I could win my fantasy Super Bowl and then still didn't win it and still had to watch that
And it's
bullshit.
funny how every primetime game we usually text each other something like that, like, fuck this shit. It's always a bet or something funny we see.
Yeah, like that was genuinely like terrible. That was awful.
Yeah, that was terrible. And the Chiefs Broncos, your ass.
Yeah, that was a really dumb pick.
You said the Broncos whooped their ass.
Okay, it was a practice squad team. Let's be real.
It was?
I did still think that the Chiefs practice squad team would win, but the Broncos are not a playoff team. They'll be first round exits. Still a great season.
They won't. They're gonna beat the Bills hopefully.
Such an idiot.
Well, speaking of that, let's get into our playoff picks.
All
right. I guess we can go yays and nays. Hey, we already got our yays. Both our fucking teams are in the playoffs. Maddox, 50% of Vegas bettors probably wouldn't have either of our teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that's my yay.
3 seed and almost a 1 seed. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, almost a 1 seed, and now we're the 5 seed having to play the Rams at home in the wild card round. Isn't that just great? That's if you can't tell what my nay is, it's that we had the 1 seed. We had the opportunity to get it. Not only did we have the opportunity to get it, we had 10 opportunities to win the fucking game, and then didn't score a single touchdown, put up 9 points against the Lions, and now we had dropped to the 5 seed and had to play away.
What you think with the Rams? Does Kevin O'Connell have the intel on the Rams because he used to coach there, or does Sean McVay have the intel on O'Connell because he's like, I taught him everything he knows?
I don't even really think it's one of those situations. I think they're both great coaches, and yeah, they learn from each other.
They learn from each other.
I mean, I get your point, but I don't really think that's going to come into play at all.
He's one of McVay's guys, you know, like, And Sean McVay against his prodigies is like a really good record is what's kind of scary.
Yeah, but I'm not too worried about that part. I'm just worried about our players actually showing up because Kevin O'Connell coached a great game against the Lions, and it just came down to Sam Darnold. So
he did.
If Sam Darnold shows up, I think we'll win the game. If Sam Darnold plays like Jet, Sam Darnold, trade him and just keep him.
I won't even trade him. I bet y'all probably just.
Oh, we can't even trade him. He's under.
Y'all are franchise tag him no matter what.
If he plays how he did against Detroit in this wild card game, fuck him. Let him go somewhere else.
I don't think y'all even do. I think y'all franchise tag unless if he has like a 3 interception game. Y'all.
If he plays how he did against Detroit, I pray that we let him go and move on.
Well, my nay would probably be it's already the playoffs, dude. This year went by fast, but honestly, this podcast was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun
doing it every week and talking football.
Go by really fast, dude. That sucks. Like when football season's over, life just sucks.
It does suck.
What's it like 6 months almost without football?
It's more
February to February to September, so almost 7 months.
That's so depressing.
I'm not ready for that.
I'm not ready for it either. But I'll be a lot more productive on weekends.
I don't even think I'll be more productive. Like, oh, it's Sunday.
No, on Sundays I'm not productive at all because I'm literally sitting on my couch all day.
I know, and now on Sundays I'm like, damn, I wish I could sit on the couch
and my
all day
stress
and watch
levels
football.
go down a lot.
Yeah.
And you honestly though, I won't be sad at all for this offseason. Bucks go win a Super Bowl, and I'm gonna brag about it for the whole year. So next season.
I don't think the Bucks win the Super Bowl, but I hope so.
All right,
not really.
First game Saturday at 3:30. Chargers Texans. Who do you got?
I'm taking the Chargers. I've really been seeing like pretty much everybody take the Chargers because I think it's the better pick. The Texans really just have not looked very impressive this year. It is good that they get to come in off of a win, even though it wasn't really their starters doing it. But I just think the Chargers are going to outcoach them and outplay them. They're going to dominate the clock and the line of scrimmage. And I just think the Texans are going to play an ugly game. I have them scoring 19 points, which will be a touchdown and 4 field goals because I just don't see them doing anything against the Chargers defense.
I got the Texans because I need the Texans. Do your homework.
Yeah, so I looked at his notebook. He had one game picked, and of course it was the Buccaneers game. He hadn't had a pick for a single other one. That's why he's making me go first, because he's going to pick the opposite of me every time.
Hold
on.
I'm not making you go first now for that specific reason. That's how usually the format is.
I know, but it is funny. He's planning on picking the opposite for me for every single game.
I have to. And the Super Bowl is 3 points. But honestly, I literally have to go against you and get everyone right to have a chance.
All right.
Steelers-Ravens. I got the Steelers because I know you got the Ravens.
Yeah, I have the Ravens. The Steelers have had Lamar number for a bit, but that last game, Lamar played great, and he's just coming off literally his best season ever.
The Steelers look bad right now.
And the Steelers are on, I want to say, a 4-game losing streak coming into the playoffs. That's
they were 10-3.
And they just can't, the Steelers can't get anything started in the first quarter of a game. They start off slow every time, and then they're playing catch-up, and Russ isn't a catch-up quarterback anymore. I just think the Ravens will handle this one, and it'll be a pretty dominant win.
Broncos-Bills. I got the Broncos.
I wonder why. I have the Bills. I think Josh Allen's going to put up a great game. I think the Broncos have a lot of good pieces on their defense, but they also have a lot of holes that I think the Bills will be able to take advantage of, and it'll be an offensive game, and I think the Bills take it.
Packers-Eagles. Do you have the Eagles?
I actually have the Packers.
Ooh, okay.
This is really one of those things. I'm going to take the Packers, but it also wouldn't shock me if the Eagles came out and beat them by like 14 points.
Yeah.
But I just like the Packers.
Who's going to guard A.J. Brown?
And they played good in the playoffs last year until that one Jordan Love interception across the field, and I don't know. I just think the Packers can run the ball, and Jordan Love is good with all the weapons he has. And I don't know. I also just think that the Eagles are going to get out-coached. I think LaFleur's just a better coach at the end of the day. I'm not a Nick Sirianni guy. But if Saquon rushes for 200 yards and the Eagles win by 2 touchdowns, I won't be shocked.
My actual game pick is the Eagles. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Commanders-Bucks. We both got the Bucks. Woo!
Yeah, I had made my bracket, and I had the Commanders written down. But I just thought back to all the times I doubted Baker. When he first went to the Bucks, I thought they were going to go like 3-14 and be one of the worst teams in the league. And then they made the playoffs and won a playoff game. I thought they were going to miss the playoffs this year. Baker got the 3 seed and has played almost like an MVP candidate. So I'm going to take the Bucks here.
He would be an actual MVP candidate if he didn't throw so many picks.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, bro, at least 7 picks this season were off of, I know at least 5 probably were Jalen McMillan, like getting hit in the shoulder because Baker throws so hard.
Or the one in Dallas where it was in his hands and got taken.
Yeah, like
from him.
there's been a bunch of those for Baker. And like how
But
many,
even when you take those away, he still has a decent amount of interceptions.
He still has like 9.
He's been playing great ball. I'm not going to doubt him this game, and I'm going to take him to come in and beat the Bucks in the wild card.
Please, Baker. Please, bro. Please, dude. Please, bro.
This will be an offensive game. I have the final score 30.
Neither team has very good defense at all.
Yeah, I would say y'all's defense is almost a little bit worse. But
Yeah, easily.
I have more faith
Dude, we made Spencer Rattler look fucking good.
Yeah, I just have more faith in Baker and y'all's offense than I do Jaden Daniels in the Commanders' offense because I mean, Brian Robinson has not been showing up recently. Terry McLaurin has.
I'm scared. I'm being honest. I'm
Terry
scared.
McLaurin is so on and off. If y'all can lock down Terry McLaurin, I think y'all can take.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I think we can easily. I think we could beat any team in these playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But this season, bro, there's some games that are scary. And here's the thing: if we come out, if we win the toss, we better get the fucking ball first because I don't think we've sold a lead all season watching the Bucks game.
Yeah.
Us being when they score first, we look a lot scarier. So let's start up, play from ahead, get the fucking win, and let's go to the fucking Super Bowl. Let's go, Vikings Rams.
Yeah, give me the Vikings. The Rams did get our number earlier this year, but we played a really sloppy game. Like, when we play sloppy games, we will lose, but when we just play even, just like mediocre or a little bit better, we normally tend to win.
Hey, that's how I feel like we are, too.
Our defense has had a takeaway every single game this year, and Stafford is prone to throwing a couple interceptions, so I think we'll get at least one interception.
You have a takeaway again?
Yeah, we got to take away every single game.
Bucks have like 7 this year.
Yeah, we're somewhere in like the 30s, but we had like one every single game.
Y'all have like 5 times the amount of takeaways. Like, we don't have many at all.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna get an interception, and if the offense can get rolling, and don't get me wrong, the Rams defense is like sneaky good, but I don't like their secondary, so I think that our pass catching weapons will go off and we'll win this game.
Justin Jefferson is due for a really good game.
Yeah, especially after fucking his performance against Detroit. Jesus.
Not entirely his fault, mainly Sam Darnold's fault.
But
yeah.
he had a drop. He had one he could have caught.
I got the Rams.
I wonder why.
Only for other reasons. Let's go ahead and get into our playoff brackets, though, if people want to hear my actual picks.
Okay. But I normally don't let bias get in the way. I let bias get in the way just a little bit for this bracket. So
I never let bias
if I was
get in the way.
putting money on it, I would never fill out this bracket. This is more of just like I kind of hope this is how it goes.
All right. Round 1. So I won't go in order of the games. I'll just go NFC first. Minnesota Rams, I had Minnesota winning. Washington Buccaneers, I had the Buccaneers winning. Eagles Packers, I have the Eagles winning. Round 2, the Lions play the Vikings. I got the Vikings, revenge game. Buccaneers Eagles, I think Bucks take care of business against the Eagles again as we did last year. Vikings Bucks, I got the Bucks. Baker Mayfield's going to go for 7 touchdowns.
That would be really cool if both of our teams played in the NFC Championship.
That would be sick. Okay, and then let's go to the AFC round. Texans Chargers, I got the Chargers. It's funny how a lot of my picks are different this week.
Yeah.
Steelers, Ravens, I got the Ravens. Literally every AFC picks differently. Broncos, Bills, I got the Bills. Round 2, Chiefs, Chargers, I got the Chiefs. Ravens, Bills, I got the Bills. And then Bills, Chiefs, final. It's probably going to be Mahomes, but come on. I want it to be Allen, dude. I think if they play in the AFC Championship, it's like, come on, dude. This could be Allen's year.
Yeah.
If they play, it could be. Because this is the best Mahomes has been in the regular season. It would be kind of ironic the one time Josh Allen beats Mahomes, it's Mahomes' best season. Not record-wise, or not statistic-wise, record-wise.
Yeah.
And then Super Bowl, Buccaneers, Bills, Fire. And I said that like...
You said that 3 years in a row.
I said that like the beginning of the year.
I know, but you said at the beginning of the year
And then Super Bowl champion with the MVP, Baker Mayfield.
Because I'm pretty sure when Brady was on the Bucs, you also picked Bucs-Bills.
Yeah,
I think 3 years in a row you're super.
I was close that year.
Super pretty. Okay, let's get into my bracket here. Starting off in the AFC, all my picks are gonna be the same, but I'll go through them again. I have the Chargers beating the Texans in the first round. I have Baltimore moving on against the Steelers, and I have Buffalo moving on against Denver. The Chargers are going to play the Chiefs. I would take the Chiefs in that game. Then I have the Ravens going on to face Josh Allen and the Bills, and I think the Ravens take it. They beat them earlier in the regular season, and I just like Baltimore this year, which would have the Ravens and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. Once again, I think the Ravens get their number this year. They lost last year.
So we both have the same idea. Like, there's just no way Mahomes does it again.
Yeah, and I'm just not going to pick. That's just lame.
It's lame. We both would, like, if we were betting.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I think the Ravens.
So you are playing a little biasness.
No, I told you that. You'll hear that when we get to my NFC side. But I think Baltimore will handle business this time because last time they went away from running the ball, and that's what really lost them the game. And now they have
Derrick Henry,
a top 2 running back in the league, and I just don't see them making the same mistake.
Matt Nagy's a stud, dude.
He is a stud, but
Matt Nagy has shut down Derrick Henry in the playoffs multiple times.
Yeah, but behind
Lamar
this Ravens
Jackson.
offensive
Lamar
line
Jackson
with
was
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And then in the NFC,
the Titans had a better O-line with Derrick Henry in some of those other years.
Fuck no.
Oh, yeah. They had a great O-line back in the day.
Not compared to the Ravens offensive line right now.
I don't know straight up statistics, but I bet I just knowing off the top of my head that Titans
Ravens
O-line,
have like a top 5 O-line in football right now.
Yeah, it's just the Titans did. When the Titans that one year they went to the AFC Championship against the Chiefs, they definitely had top 5. That's like Taylor Lewan was like his best season that year.
And then in the NFC, I have Minnesota moving on against the Rams. I have the Bucks moving on against Washington, and I have Green Bay upsetting Philadelphia, which would make the divisional games Detroit and Green Bay. And this is where bias comes in because fuck Detroit. I'm going to take Green Bay to come in and upset Detroit in their first playoff game. And then Minnesota and Tampa Bay would be playing, and I'm going to take Minnesota in that game. Having
all your brackets right up to that point, and then we beat y'all and we get to play the Packers at home. That'd be sick.
And then Vikings, Packers in the NFC Championship, we would be at home. I have us winning that as well. Moving on to play the Ravens in the Super Bowl. But I do have the Ravens taking the Super Bowl.
See, that's
game.
dumb. You brought your team into the Super Bowl, and you're just gonna.
Well, because I set up the NFC bracket to make it where every game we have, I really do think we would beat that team. I don't think we would beat the Ravens.
Yeah, Lamar's scary.
Derrick Henry's going to run all over us. Lamar doesn't turn the ball over, which is what we use to win games. And our offense, they have one of the best defenses in the league, so they're probably going to slow us down a little bit. If we played the Ravens in the Super Bowl, I would not even be that mad if we lost because I wouldn't have high expectations.
I have a random thing real quick. I'm a blind rank out of 5. Just write 5 on your notebook. Playoff teams. And I'll just blind rank them.
All right.
First team, the Broncos.
I'm going to put them at 5.
All right. After that, let's go to the Eagles.
Eagles. I'm just scared because I don't know what's next. So I'm going to put the Eagles at, I'll put them at 2.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go to the Vikings.
I'll put the Vikings at 3, right below the Eagles.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me the Bills.
Damn. Okay, Bills go at 1, so the 4 spot's open. This could be bad.
I swear I was saving this 4 spot the whole time, not just fuck up your list, but it was the Chiefs. I was saving last.
Hey, I don't hate it that much. I mean, the Chiefs are probably the best team in the playoffs, but list could be a lot worse.
That's funny. But yeah, we have our power rankings we wanted to do.
Yeah, we got
this episode's been quick, but like fuck, it's half the games, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to get things rolling.
And we don't have much to talk about because it's, like next week we'll have way more to talk about.
Because we'll be coming off of playoff games.
Yeah.
That's all right. So we have the power rankings of the 14 playoff teams
We're
here.
just going to give our different ones and we can talk about it real quick.
Yeah, so mine are actually in weird order when you base off how my bracket and my game picks were. So you want me to just read my whole list?
Yeah.
So at 14, I have the Broncos. I've said last week I don't think the Broncos are a playoff team. I think they had a good season, but I don't think they're going to do anything in the playoffs. Number 13, I have the Steelers. Coming off a 4-game losing streak going into the playoffs. You just can't do that, and they've been struggling the last 4 games. I know who you have next.
Can I guess? Texans.
Yes, I have the Texans at 12. They won their division, but like the Steelers, they've just been struggling all season, haven't been impressive, and they're missing a lot of their weapons that they started the season with. Number 11, I have the Chargers. I do think the Chargers are like a sneaky team that could maybe do something, but I just think the teams above them are all better. Number 10, I have the Commanders. Jaden Daniels had a good season, but the defense isn't too good, and he's still a rookie. Number 9, I have the Buccaneers. Offense has looked great. I think any team could put up points against that defense, which is what worries me. Number 8, I have the Rams. I think the Rams have one of the highest powered offenses in the league and a sneaky good defense, honestly. Number 7, I have the Packers. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. They've had a great defense all year. Number 6, the Vikings. Force turnovers, have a lot of weapons on offense. Number 5, the Eagles have the best running back in the league, can throw the ball, have a good defense. There's really no holes on this Eagles team. Number 4, the Ravens. Number 3, the Bills. Number 2, the Lions. And number 1, the fucking Chiefs.
Pretty real. So mine, you know how I do my power rankings every week is based off a record. So just because your team's lower does not mean they're going to lose because they have a little bit worse.
I mean, I picked lower teams to beat teams above them as
well. Worst team that are number 14, I have the Texans. I think they're the worst 10-7 team. I just think their first round exits easily, but I had to pick them. 13, I have the Steelers. I have them above because their defense and TJ Watt's such a problem. He has the most forced fumbles in the NFL this season, which is terrifying to go against. After that, the Broncos, which is kind of high for you. I think Sean Payton's a stud. I think he's been in the playoffs plenty of times. He knows how to fucking do shit, and I think he's the OG Dan Campbell.
He is the OG Dan Campbell, but Dan Campbell took it to a different level.
Yeah, Dan Campbell took it to a way. He Dan Campbelled against y'all, and y'all should have beat him. Y'all had so many fucking 4th down opportunities, and y'all stopped him on 1. And y'all
think I don't fucking know? Like,
I know.
You think I don't know?
Well, I'm not shitting on you. I'm just saying, fuck, dude. Like, that's gonna sell them in the playoffs. I think.
When Cam Akers broke off for that run and got tackled at the 5, I looked at Zach and I was like, "We're not gonna score on this drive now because we're gonna have 4 downs from the 5-yard line. We're not gonna do anything." And I was right.
But don't you agree? Like, I just always see the Lions losing the playoffs because Dan Campbell in a must-win game, like. That was a must-win game. He should have taken every field goal where he went for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. Last year it broke a little bit, but
yeah, exactly.
This year
is he
gonna
learn his lesson from the last year? Is he gonna go
I think
with
if he's up 17 like he was last year, I think he'll learn his lesson. But I think if it's like a 7-point game, he's gonna go for
Hopefully.
it.
Number 11, I got the Rams. My highest my second highest 10-7 team. Then the Bucks are my highest 10-7 team. Biasness or whatever. At number 9, I have the Packers. My lowest 11-6 team. Then the Chargers above them. I just think Herbert, honestly, is a little bit more complete, and Herbert's on a mission right now. The Commanders are the worst 12-5 team. I mean, that's a compliment being the worst 12-5 team. That's compared to the Ravens, who have Lamar. The Bills are the only 13-4 team. They're my 5 spot. 4 are the Vikings. I think the Eagles are, Saquon.
I think the Eagles are better.
Saquon's that deciding factor in that, honestly. And then if y'all win, I put y'all number 1 easily. And then Eagles 3, Lions 2, Chiefs 1.
Our lists are pretty similar for the most part.
Very similar.
Dude, I'm so excited for the playoffs. I just don't want the season to be over. Like, I'm genuinely sad that it's about to be over.
I know.
And
I don't want the Bucs season to be over.
I know. The thing is, I know I picked the Vikings, but like, we are so capable of losing this game to the Rams. Like, it's almost better.
The thing. It's the playoffs. Any team, any one of these, bro. I don't care. None of these games are a lock.
Oh, I completely agree.
I could see the
Broncos.
Broncos.
Lockiest game is the Bills game.
Yeah, but I could still probably not. But
the NFC is really crazy though, because I genuinely think any team in the NFC could do it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree.
Because the AFC, like, I don't see the Steelers or the Broncos or the Texans.
But they could.
I agree, but I'm saying, like, I genuinely
I'm more
feel
confidently in each of the AFC games. I'm not that confident on the NFC games.
That's what I'm saying. I think any team in the NFC could, like, easily make the Super Bowl.
Crazy. What was your favorite game of the season, regular season game?
Probably the Broncos-Browns game.
That game was fun.
The Jameis game, bro. That game was fun. That game was so stupid, but it was just so awesome.
That game was fun. I'm trying to think, because some of the oh, no, I'm sorry. And yours will be this one, too. Minnesota, Atlanta.
Oh, I didn't even think about that because I wasn't watching
that was easily, because not only was that a fucking great game, that experience was so fun.
No, it was perfect because the first half, we went in 21-21, so we got to sweat it out a little bit, be a little bit scared. And the second half, we just put it down their throats and destroyed them, and the atmosphere in Minnesota was just crazy like that. There's no experience that I've ever lived like that.
If I have to bias that out, what Bucks game was, like, so fun this year? Like, man, dude, like...
The Chargers game.
The Chargers-Bucks games, but...
The Saints game where y'all put up 50.
What it sucks is one of my favorite Bucks games was the Bucks-49ers game. And we sold that one, bro.
And the Bucks-Chiefs game.
But no, the Bucks-49ers, but dude, that drive, bro, where Baker converted 2 fourth downs and one stiff-arming Nick Bosa.
No, that play was so sick.
But, dude, Baker balled last week, bro. I heard legitimate people were saying, like, picking Commanders because they were like, Baker didn't look good last week against the Saints. I was like, did you watch the game?
You know who loves Baker Mayfield? John Gruden. John Gruden was like, me and my wife have Baker jerseys. We love Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I love John Gruden.
I love John Gruden.
I hope he's a coach next year.
He definitely won't be. Now that he's signed with Barstool and doing social media, I don't see him going back to the NFL.
Did you like?
He used to be like.
No one responded to my Rex Ryan NFL caveat that I sent in our group chat.
Isn't he supposed to sign with the Jets, or they're like interviewing him or something?
No, did you not see what I said about his foot fetish?
What about it?
You didn't know he has a foot fetish?
No, I did know that, but what did you say about it?
I sent the Wes Welker interview. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Where Wes Welker does the interview, he's literally like, yeah, we just got to put 10 toes deep. All foot's on board. Like, literally, he's making so many feet puns the whole time. And he got, like, a game suspension because of it.
That's really funny. But I guess we could talk about that a little bit, like the head coach firings we've had this year. No. The head coach firings that have happened this year. You know, you got the Bears, no head coach. The Patriots,
Damian Pierce.
no head.
Gerard Mayo's bullshit. You didn't see Damian Pierce got fired?
Try again.
What am I saying wrong? Damian Pierce?
Damian Pierce is a running back for the Texans.
He is? Are you sure?
Are you talking about the Raiders head coach?
Yeah, who's he?
Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
Damian Pierce is
I'm
number
racist.
31 running back for the Texans.
Yeah,
I didn't even see he got fired. I'm off social media, so
racist.
it's hard for me to like get that.
Underdog doesn't give you the notifications?
Maybe it did and I missed it. I didn't see Antonio Pierce got fired.
Crazy.
I
think Gerard Mayo's one of the biggest bullshit.
Okay, I do think only giving a coach 1 year is bullshit. However, when you have basically the same defense that was playing good last year and you're one of the worst defenses in the league,
he's a defensive guy.
and you sold the number one, like not only did you suck this year, whenever you needed to suck, you decided to win the game. You know what I mean? Like you lost the number one overall pick for your team,
but you put in Joe Milton. You know,
but
it's
also
not like you even say it's not up to the coaches.
No, I agree, but
You know
it's just. there's better
You don't-
options
dude,
out there,
Jimmy-
and there's like it's pretty set in stone almost that Mike Vrabel is going to end up the Patriots head coach, and I would much rather have Mike. Vrabel than
That's
Rod
why I
Mayo.
told you at the beginning of last season. Why did the Patriots not get Mike? I think Mike Vrabel's a stud.
Yeah,
The fact that he's not a head coach right now is absurd. The fact that the Titans let him go is absurd. Did they fire their head coach?
they got the OC from the Titans or from the Bengals last year. Bryce Callahan, I believe, is his name.
Yeah,
They're giving
He's a
him
stud.
another year, but
he's a stud. I didn't connect that.
I
together.
don't agree with giving a coach 1 year. However, I don't think Rod Mayo is a good head coach, so I don't blame them.
It's
Jets,
absurd.
Patriots, Bears, Saints,
The NFL has
Raiders.
gone so unforgiving. It's
But
crazy.
there's so many teams without head coaches. Like Vrabel's in the market. Ben Johnson's going to be in the market.
Liam Cohen.
I mean, who knows? Maybe
Liam Cohen is probably gonna be a Bears coach next year. Sadly. Thinking about the Lions guy.
No, I already said the Lions guy. What's funny is I'm thinking of somebody I really should know. I'm trying to. Oh, nope, I already lost it again.
Brian Flores.
Yeah, Brian Flores is up. There's just a lot of guys that could be head coaches next year. I think apparently the Jets are interviewing like everybody, but Rex Ryan's talking about going to the Jets.
Well, yeah, that's who he used to coach.
Yeah, but Ben Johnson would be good for the Patriots with Drake May.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Like, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty positive there's no cap when it comes to paying coaches and coordinators. So if the Lions really wanted to, they'd be like, Ben Johnson, we're going to give you head coach money and you're going to stay here.
That's what I think. I really hope because our GM's a stud. Pat Lynch or something like that. He's a stud. Like, dude, this offseason, like we had the best offseason. Like we didn't sign that many guys, but we paid all of our guys. Yeah. And
if y'all don't have Liam Cohen next year, like obviously y'all had the guy last year,
Dave Canales.
And y'all lost him. Y'all were fine.
They're worthy of bringing in good coordinators, but Liam Cohen's a whole step up of Dave Canales, and Dave Canales got a job, so it's scary. I could see us, and I could see Liam Cohen because him and Baker are like really good friends. I could see him being like, I want one more year. But he even said, like, they asked him in an interview. They said, is this something you're ready for? He goes, of course I'm ready. This is what I wanted my whole life for. I could do it. He's like, but I'm only 39. I don't need to do it next season. Yeah. But so he's kind of saying, like, he's willing to stay, but of course he wants to be a head coach.
Yeah, also Salah's in the market still.
Yeah,
like
Saleh deserves to be a head coach.
There are some guys out there. Like, it's just going to be weird seeing who teams go with because last year, like, Raheem Morris came out of nowhere.
He kind of sucks.
I think Callahan kind of came out of nowhere. I think I called him Bryce Callahan earlier. I don't think that's his name.
Bryce Callahan
is a corner.
Bryce Callahan is the movie guy from the Browns.
His last name is Callahan. It might be Ryan Callahan or something like that. But, like, just a few guys kind of came out of nowhere. I think, what's the guy for the Seahawks?
Dave Canales was kind of out of nowhere, too. That guy was hell out of
What's the new Seahawks guy name? He was the DC for the Ravens.
I can't tell you his name.
He's the youngest head coach in the league, but it's just
what I'm shocked is that they got him instead of Dave Canales, the Seahawks. Because Dave Canales is Pete Carroll's, like, prodigy. He was with him at USC and Seattle.
Yeah, but I don't think Pete Carroll didn't make the decision because he stepped down way before.
No, but Pete Carroll's still involved with the Seahawks.
I know, but he stepped down from the head coaching role, so he doesn't really have a say in who the head coach is.
But still, I'm surprised they wouldn't want to bring someone with that same Pete Carroll.
And I'm honestly surprised they moved on from Pete Carroll because they basically did the same shit.
It was just Pete Carroll stepped down. I think he's just done.
Well, because they were planning on firing him.
Which is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he had some left in him.
I think like Bill Belichick getting fired.
Yeah, you know, apparently last year, Harbaugh really wanted to go to the Bears, and then they decided they were going to stick with Eberflus.
That's crazy.
Dude, Nagy could be a head coach. Or not Nagy.
Matt Nagy would never be
No, that's not. I meant Spags could be a head coach.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many guys out there that could be head coaches, but some of them like to stay with their team. I mean, Spags likes working with Andy Reid.
No, Spags will
like get a bunch of Super Bowl rings with the Chiefs or go be a head coach for a team.
He's been with Andy Reid since the Eagles days. Like, he's not going to become a head coach. I think he likes where he's
and there's some guys that need to just be coordinators.
Yeah.
Like, I think Gerard Mayo Gerard Mayo, I think he could be a...
Brian Flores is probably just a coordinator. I don't think he's a head coach.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Todd Bowles.
Fine with me. Stay with us. Todd Bowles should not be a head coach.
But, dude, the team loves him. Team loves him, dude.
But he sucks at his job.
But dude, this is what I saw happening during the Buccaneers game. I saw Liam Cohen. He went up to Todd Bowles like this, like covered his face. Went up to Todd Bowles behind that and started talking to Todd. He's the one who said like, "Let me one run play. Let me get Mike Evans a record. Like, it's up to you." Like, and then Todd has the guts to be like, "Let's fucking do it." You know, like that's respect as a head coach. But Liam Cohen's the guy who did that. You know.
No, I don't think. I think Todd Bowles like. It's just like
the guys like him. That's why. Like, here's the thing. I don't know if Baker Mayfield was like Todd Bowles is actually legit. Like he gets shit on in the media, but he's my favorite coach I ever had. I'd be like, you know what? You know more than I fucking do.
And you never know, like.
But Baker said he hates him. I'm like, yeah.
Y'all's defense has very little talent on it.
That's what I told Andy last game. When we were watching, I was like, does Todd Bowles suck or do we just have nobody good?
Because y'all's defense, like, y'all have Vita Vea.
That's it.
Levante David is old.
Levante David's still he led the league in tackles this season. I'm pretty sure.
I know, but tackles is the most overrated stat in football.
True.
From a linebacker,
no,
like,
he has had a great season. And Winfield's just been hurt. Jamel Dean sucks, but he's been out in and out.
But like, y'all barely have a pass rush. Y'all don't really have a secondary. You have one linebacker who's old.
His name's Dennis. He was number 8. He got hurt in the Lions game. He was our pass coverage linebacker. We paid him and brought him in, and he got hurt the second game. And then we signed another guy who got hurt. So our 2 pass coverage guys got hurt in the first 3 weeks, and so that was the downfall. I didn't know that.
But I really am wondering, like, if y'all add some defensive pieces, will we see a good Todd Bowles defense how we used to, or is it really Todd Bowles that's the problem?
They can cook in the draft. The Bucs can cook in the draft.
Also, I would just like to say the biggest steal of the offseason has to be Andrew Van Ginkel. He has been balling this year. I'm pretty sure
and the biggest steal of the draft, Bucky Irving.
I'm pretty sure Andrew Van Ginkel is one of, like, he's either the only or one of, like, 2 or 3 players to have double-digit sacks and 2 pick sixes. It should have been 3, by the way, if he caught that ball.
And, like, he shouldn't be that good.
If he caught that ball against the Lions and took that to the house, the whole game changes.
You would have stripped butt naked?
Oh, no, literally, I see it happening, and I start jumping up and down.
What's the youngest age of a girl you'd punch right now to go back in time for the Vikings to win? Like, you punched an 8-year-old girl for the game?
What kind of question?
Or like, is it cut off like, or is there no girl?
It'd probably have to be like an 18-year-old at least.
But you're still.
Do I have to like punch them as hard as I can? Like,
yeah.
trying
Or
to
you're not
them?
punching any girl or boy. We'll say boy. So you don't have to punch a female. That's fair.
It would have to be a like 17, 16.
So like it's a little fucked up, but
yeah,
it's not that fucked up.
Yeah,
pretty real.
Because that 1 seed, bro, would have been so.
Yeah, but like if it's a Super Bowl, bro, I mean, like, I'm punching a fucking 4-year-old in the face. I don't care.
I could not
for
punch
for a Bucs Super Bowl.
No.
I think Baker Mayfield's paying my lawyer fees.
Punching a 4-year-old in the face as hard as you can for your team to win a Super Bowl is fucked
They
up.
won't remember it.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up, but that's why this is a comedy podcast.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's crazy.
You know how bad you'd feel just them crying?
Exactly. Maybe for like $1 million. I'd throw them 100 bands, they'll be fine. Or throw the parents 100 bands because this fucking kid doesn't know what's going on.
Would you let a adult punch your kid in the face for $100,000? Your 4-year-old kid? No. As hard as they can? See, because you're like, what brain damage would that cause? And like, who's this?
And just like, that's going to traumatize
and
the
who's
kid.
This psycho? Like,
exactly. Why do you want to punch my kid in the face for $100,000?
Wait, like, would mom let us get punched in the face?
Yeah.
Should I call her and ask? And then we can end the podcast.
I've asked mom before, like,
Call
the question, like, would you punch your mom in the face for $1 million? And mom's always like, I would punch you in the face for not punching me in the face for $1 million.
I want to see what she says. Watch her not even answer. It'd be so depressing.
Oh, baby.
Douchebag. No, get him, no. Don't let her be wandering around the office. Oh.
Well, our mom hates us. So I guess that's the end of the episode. Please, Vikings!